We're dishing with the one and only Carla Hall. And she's whipping up her legendary biscuits.
Boom, boom.
I think they need their own zip code.
Look at those layers, y'all.
Delightful, crisp, toasty biscuits.
And
This salad is so easy.
Carla's bringing it with her delicious black-eyed pea salad.
Ooh.
Right? The crunch, so tangy.
That's next. I used to see Carla Hall every day at the Chew, and the only thing I miss more than her beautiful face are her biscuits. Carla Hall's biscuits are the stuff of legends. The lightest, the fluffiest, the butteriest, the flakiest, all the words. And she's here today to show us how to make them. We have so much to catch up on, not the least of which is going to be how she gets those tender layers perfect every time. All right, let me finish getting dressed because the more time I spend here in hair and makeup is just more time away from those glorious biscuits. And Carla Hall.
Let's dish. The kitchen has always been the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun.
Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm a mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat, and I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish. I remember it was like all kinds of steps. Do you remember? Welcome to The Good Dish, and please welcome one of our dear friends, Top Chef alum, Southern cook, and legendary biscuit maker, Carla Hall. I love you. Keep the biscuits fluff. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, dude! That was the best welcome of all time.
We have been waiting.
We are waiting. We are so happy you're here.
I am so happy I'm here.
Yes.
I feel like we have a million things.
Check it out, everyone.
I feel like it has literally been probably the better part of 2, maybe almost 3 years since we have been able to embrace in person and got to see each other all together.
I know. Come on in here.
We can all do it.
I have spoken to you all in some form or fashion.
Yes.
It is so nice.
But this is the real deal, to get to be together in life. Where are you in the world? I feel like every time on Instagram, I'm like, hey, where, Carla, let's like hang out in New York. You're like, well, I'm in, Belgium. I'm like,
Dubai. I'm in Istanbul.
Yes.
I'm in Accra, Ghana.
what's happening in the world of Carla Hall? Besides yes, like your manifestation of yes as your mantra in life is so real right now. We got to talk about this.
Say yes, adventure follows, then growth.
Yeah.
Yes, that is the thing. You got to move through it, folks. So, and I say yes. I have empowered myself by saying no, but I absolutely say yes when I know something's going to scare me.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I think I'm supposed to do that thing. Because we naturally do not want to have our lessons, but I want to be scared and move through the thing.
No, we run from the things we're not naturally great at.
Comfort is a lot easier.
Yes.
But there is no growth in comfort all the time.
There is no growth in comfort.
We're going to get really metaphysical now and tell you that the cave you fear holds the treasure you seek.
Oh!
Blow in your mind. Can't even claim credit for that, but I do like that phrase.
Wow.
You know what? I have to say, I think back on our time together at the Chew all the time, and just there was just so much love, and I learned so much from you all the time. And I never got to have a big sister. You were always my big sister there, and I feel like it is really cool for me to get to see the way that these seeds that you planted of looking for your joy and looking for your growth, to see them now really coming to fruition. It genuinely makes me so passionately happy for my friend and inspired for myself. You do that just in your way of living.
But I think to that point, I remember, oh my God, thank you all. I remember, so our dressing rooms were next to each other, and You know, it was always challenging because the chew was a cave. And
we don't know what you're talking about. Well, no, our dressing rooms were actual caves. You crawled in under the wired.
I know, right?
You were like the troll under the stairs or whatever.
That's right. But we went through it together.
Carla and I were Harry Potter. We were in the cupboard under the stairs.
Right.
They split it in two and gave it.
Nice.
But we went through it together, and to be your big sister and to have a hug, and we would just sit there and we would laugh and we would cry and we would just hug, and it was so powerful. And to see where you are now and with all of you, with both of you, it is so special. It really is. And so I think sometimes you have to forget this moment. You do want to be present, but you also want to believe in those dreams that you have. Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
You are preaching today.
That's right.
Collection plate. Let me put
That's
your
right.
for
Oh
it,
my
'cause
gosh.
You are preaching. All of it.
And how are you keeping your energy up? Because also, I look at your workout videos, I look at you doing your mirror thing. What the hell, Carla Hall? You're aging backwards. You're stronger than ever.
Yeah, so I love my tonal. I freaking love it. I started during the pandemic doing 10 minutes of recess, and I kept it going. That changed my mind. It changed my body. And then I started strength training. I was
Let me feel
working
your
with
muscles.
a trainer.
yes.
Come on.
Come on, show me.
Are we?
Oh, look at these guns!
Are you kidding?
Wait. Where's the
Get the camera
camera?
angle, get the camera
Where's my camera angle?
Where's the gym?
No, but seriously, I think it's so sexy to be strong.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Again, preach.
Keep it going. I'm doing so much. And I mean, okay, we love you. And apparently this one over here adores your biscuits. We've
I know
heard
it's good.
everything about these biscuits. I think they need their own zip code.
I think they need their own zip code too. Let me tell you, my grandmother used to make biscuits, and I loved her biscuits. I wasn't cooking then; I was just eating. But when I was here in New York, do you remember when I used to go around and asking people if they knew how to make biscuits?
Yes.
I was making biscuits with strangers. I met people on the street. They would talk to me about biscuits. I'm like, do you know how to make a good biscuit? Because I can go to your house and we can make some biscuits.
Literally random people on the street. Carla Hall, so you look like you might know how to make a biscuit. Could I come over? Could you show me?
And then Clinton would say, wait, you're going into their house?
Literally, he'd be like, wait, you're going where?
That feels precarious.
Hold up. No, but it was because people would send me to these places where the biscuits were trash. They weren't good. I'm sorry, y'all. They aren't always good here in New York. And so I'm like, you either need to know how to make a good biscuit or recognize one. So here, we're going to do both.
Well, hopefully we'll do both today. The time has finally come. We are going to learn Carla Hall's flaky, buttery buttermilk biscuits. Yeah. And then you're going to grab them and eat them. Delicious. Okay, show me how.
All right, so the first thing is you have to know how to measure your flour. Aerate the flour, spoon it into a cup, level it off. So all of our dry ingredients are in here. You have the flour, you have the baking powder, the salt, the sugar, and you have shortening. I added shortening like Crisco to keep the biscuit soft. You know those biscuits that turn into weapons after they cool down? These will not do that.
And you rub that in, you just pinch it
You just pinch it in. You have to really make sure that you pinch in all of the shortening because you don't want any of those pieces of shortening because it gives it a weird texture.
And now for the shortening, is it room temp or that doesn't matter if it's cold or not?
It needs to be room temp so that it can mix in. If you don't have shortening, you can always just use some neutral oil in here. Okay. Yeah, like 2 tablespoons of neutral oil. All right, so now my other secret is you take really cold butter, frozen or just really cold, and you're gonna grate the butter, and then we're gonna add it to our dry mixture.
All right, I'm working on this frozen butter. I remember when you talked about this tip because it has never left me that this is the best way to get those perfectly pebble-sized little shards of butter scattered through the whole blend.
And it's you don't have to guess, what's a pebble? What's the size? I mean, they're all uniform. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yes. Okay, here we go.
There you go.
Don't be a hero, Daphne.
Don't be a hero,
Don't
Daphne.
be a hero. Don't. And now
Don't
this is
shred your
actually,
hand.
so this is getting a little slippery. This
Yep.
is another little.
So you throw it in here, you toss it in the flour.
I always listen.
God,
always
that
remembered.
That is
big.
You
That.
saved so many knuckles with that.
Oh
one
my gosh,
right
she really
there.
has.
Let me have some of this while
Okay,
you
go
go.
for it.
Ooh, okay, yes.
Look at me.
Okay, then you keep going. All right, so what I'm gonna do is toss the butter in the flour, and then I'm gonna go back and actually pinch it. And I'm making kind of like these flat little shards, right? But you have to just pinch this like this, and then not over pinching. A lot of times people want to feel like, oh, I know how to do this, so let me keep doing it. Stop it.
Right.
It does start to get fun.
Knowing
You're-
when to
Okay,
when
you're
to walk
good.
away.
Yes.
You got it all.
Okay.
Life is buttery.
There we go.
All right, so we've got all that. And then we have 1 1/4 cups of buttermilk. I'm gonna make a well.
So who would you say was integral in helping you finally figure out the perfect biscuit recipe?
Honestly, it was when
All of
I
this?
was all of it.
Okay.
It was when I was in Paris and missing home, and I started cooking because I didn't really cook. I loved food, and I started asking myself, wait, I really want to feel like a sense of home. And then that's when I started cooking, trying to remember dishes that my grandmother made.
When you were modeling?
When I was modeling.
In your other whole incredible life that you had before your current life? It's amazing.
Yes, yeah. Oh, let me have a little
Oh
more
my
of that.
God, look
more.
at you with your grandma.
I know. Oh, like, did you see my grandmother? Did you saw a picture of her? Did she pop up?
She did. She popped up.
Freddie Mae Glover, who always, when she was taking pictures, she would like go to the side because
Yeah.
she loved her nose.
I love that.
I love that.
Celebrate our best.
Yeah.
What's the texture you're looking for here?
So
Just
I'm
to
looking
see.
for it to be a little wetter than you would think, but this is good.
Okay.
This is good. Now, the other secret that I do, so I have my cutting board. I take spray.
Well, wait. Should we wait and do this? Because I think we're going to have to take a really quick break.
Yes, I was about to say that.
You better come on back for this best tip,
Oh, yeah,
though.
I think we teased them enough. So, yes, when we come back, Carla's going to finish these biscuits. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. We don't want to miss out with us.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the good list QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
Welcome back. We are all buzzing because we have Carla Hall and her legendary biscuits in the building. Now, please continue.
All right.
What do you do next?
So what I did, I took the spray, I sprayed it on my cutting board, and then I put flour so you can see that the flour doesn't move. And then I put all my dough here. I flatten my dough. I don't use a rolling pin. I make these folds just like you would if you're doing puff pastry. And then I turn it, quarter turn, pat, 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 pat.
And
If
this
it's
is
wet.
creating those flaky layers that we are so desperate to have in a gorgeous buttermilk biscuit.
Exactly.
Can you smell our desperation?
I mean, this is kind of cute. This is like, you look like you're a little bit like you're changing a diaper.
I wouldn't know.
Super cute.
When I have friends, kids, and they need their diapers changed, I'm like, here.
Yeah.
All right.
Take your child
There's
back.
no ever reason to change other people's children's diapers unless
biscuits to
you
diapers.
are
How did we-
really good friends or you're, being compensated.
Correct. All right, so I look for the pretty side. The pretty side goes down.
So the seam side's down here or up?
Just the pretty side.
Oh, the pretty side. Just,
Yeah,
we're just
because I'm going to show you why. All right, I'm getting ready to punch them out. I press to about a 1/2 inch, okay? And then I spray the pan. I don't want paper.
Oh, goodbye.
Out of here.
The reason I don't want paper because I want the bottoms to be crispy.
Oh, yes.
All right, into the flour, pop, pop, pop. And then let me press a little more. And then I start becoming a machine. I shake them out, I turn them over. That pinch side goes up because that is like a fraction of an inch that honestly you want that height because if you turn it the other way, the weight of the biscuit is going to be on the bottom and it's not going to get as high.
Oh my God, gravity's
punch it
not
out,
your
show me
friend.
again.
Okay.
But also, you can even see the layers already
Okay.
in here.
Okay, so if you kept the biscuit like this, the weight of the biscuit is still going to weigh down that pinch. If you turn it over like this, now that pinched edge has a way of lifting. Say yes, adventure follows, then growth. Yes.
All right. This is a master
I want to grow like a biscuit.
I'm gonna do it like that. Oh, I'm sorry to touch your biscuit.
That's all right. You can touch my biscuit.
I know. I just don't want to mess up their beautiful height.
That's the invitation everyone has
I
been
know,
waiting
God,
for.
all my
Okay,
life.
there you go. Boom, boom. And then I'm gonna do this really quickly.
Yeah, keep going. We're gonna ask you about some other things while you're biscuiting.
What can be done with these? I'm sorry.
Okay, press it together like that. It's like a turn. Turn it over. Don't roll it up because this is your profit. It's your profit.
This is
okay.
great.
Boom, boom. Ah!
Waste not. Yes.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Oh, I was just gonna say, obviously, I came to know you from your season on Top Chef. We've all watched your adventures along the way. But I will say, like, as we can all sense here, the part of you that always amazed me on Top Chef, even from our first day, is that I think you kept your cool under the pressure when everyone else was freaking out. And that, in a way, made people sort of like underestimate you. And then there you were, like at the top of your game every time. Every time. Like watching you just crush in the most charming, elegant way. Every other contestant around you was like a sight to behold. Like it's something that I always think about because you had so much grace in the competition. And I feel like you were a bit of a changing point in our show about the way that chefs were treating each other in the kitchen.
Oh my gosh.
Do you know what I mean?
I
Like
do.
you were the one who was like, I don't need all of that. I'm just gonna put my head down and be gracious, and then I'm gonna give them such good food, they're not gonna know what to do with it, and everyone around me's jaws are gonna drop on the floor. And that's kind of what happened.
But you know the interesting thing is, I was 44. So the wisdom of age, it
Absolutely.
You can't replace it. I was 44.
And now you're 16, which is...
I know, right? I mean, come on.
Anyway, we're gonna make biscuits.
Guys, biscuits in.
No, I want
Yes.
this.
25.
Yes, yes.
Not yet.
They go in the fridge.
Yes, yes.
Refrigerate these.
Sidetracked.
So these are totally refrigerated, ice cold, and then we pop these directly into the oven?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. And then what comes out, the moment of truth.
The moment
yeah.
of truth, y'all.
Do it. We've been waiting for these.
Oh, Carla Hall.
Come on. Come
Do
on.
you all see these?
Come on. Come on. Look at those layers, y'all.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Look at
Get
the
closer
layers.
to
All
the
right.
biscuits. Get closer to
If
them.
they serve biscuits in heaven, I want to be first in line because they're going to look like this. Oh my gosh.
Pile them on.
Pile them on.
What is it? Okay.
I know. I'm like
Fluffy,
wasting time, but you know, they
flaky.
got it.
Wait, I'm just
breaking
gonna
it. Go. Have a biscuit.
Thank
Have
you.
a biscuit. You get a biscuit. Get a biscuit.
Breaking and entering
Break
moment
it.
here.
Look at that.
Oh.
Look at those layers.
Amazing.
Delightful, crisp, toasty biscuits. Okay, wait, I just got the butter down here by myself.
Butter, jam, I need all of it. No.
No, I don't need any. You just got to relax into this biscuit. I mean, everything you said, the layers, the buttery, it's those little pops of that melted butter comes in and flavorful. Oh my gosh, Carla, everything. We need
Biscuit makes everything better.
It does. This would make your day.
If you can't get a hug from Carla Hall, you might as well get a hug from her biscuit. This is unbelievable. If I hadn't eaten it before in my life, I would say it's the best biscuit I've ever had, but I've been lucky enough to eat Carla Hall's biscuits more than once. But it's just as good as I remember. This is so delicious. We love getting to hang out with you, and guess what? We're doing more of it. When we come back, you know what would go great with these biscuits? How about some black-eyed peas salad? Stick around for that.
Welcome back. We're dishing with Carla Hall, who has just taught us how to make her legendary biscuits, y'all. They were everything. And they certainly live up to the hype. You must make them at home for yourself. And in addition to being everyone's favorite biscuit maker, you are taking on a new culinary role. Oh, wait, you are this is so exciting for you. She is the culinary ambassador of a new musical called Grace.
Yes.
I can't believe this. This is so great. It's in D.C.
It is in D.C. I'm bringing my worlds together. It was written and composed by Nolan Williams Jr. And people may be asking, what does a chef do with a musical? But because it's about food, I am the culinary ambassador, and I get to make sure that the references to the food make sense, even in the songs. Like there were some songs that they were singing, and it was some process. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And so I'm like, you have to change it to this thing. And they talk about pot liquor and black-eyed peas and okra, and it's all of these songs and the story about a family, legacy, culture, and it's just amazing.
Beautiful.
That's beautiful.
I love that. Again, it's something you willed and manifested into reality. You were like, I like Broadway. I might do some Broadway sometime.
Right?
And look,
Here we are.
This is what I'm
Say
saying.
it out loud.
Speak it and just watch it come.
Okay,
Yes.
speak
So-
about these black-eyed peas.
Okay, well, speaking of which, you are now going to show us a Southern staple. It's a recipe that has references from the show.
Yes.
From Grace, your black-eyed pea salad.
Yes. So the first thing, and you all
Yeah,
cut
we're gonna cut.
tomatoes.
Gotcha.
You're gonna cut cucumbers.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a hot sauce vinaigrette. I'm gonna put hot sauce in my jar. I'm gonna throw everything in the jar. I have
already
hot
sounds
sauce.
good.
I know, hot
I have apple cider vinegar. I've got a neutral oil, not olive oil. I'm saying olive oil is great, but not here. Okay.
all right.
And then I'm going to put in some honey for a little sweetness and balance. So when you think about Southern food and you think about a little bit of spice, you also think about vinegar and sweetness. I don't like things too sweet, but you know, hey. A little bit of garlic, and then Here is my choice ingredient. I'm just saying.
Oh, wow.
Yellow mustard, not Dijon.
Okay.
Not grainy. Yellow
Down with
mustard. Yellow mustard is tangy. There's a lot of vinegar in there. You have that turmeric. It is just beautiful. Oh, some salt.
Gotcha. You
Nice
need pepper
pinch of salt.
No pepper, do you? With the
Let's
hot
put
sauce?
some pepper in there. Okay, come on, girl. All right, so then you put that in there and then you just shake it up. And then I'm gonna give this to one of y'all. Shake that up.
Step back.
All right, so I've got my black eyed peas in here. Whatever pepper you want, I'm using a yellow pepper because it's just really beautiful.
Carla Hall, I am giving you the brunoise of your life.
Oh my God,
You have
girl.
never seen anything like it.
Gorgeous, come on. Here are the tomatoes. I've got some chives. You say this salad is so easy. I want you to taste that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really excited about this dressing, actually.
I'm gonna put in some chili flakes. Tell me what you think. Right? Girl.
It is a punch of, oh my gosh, that is so good.
And you know what? It should taste.
Oh, your cucumbers, madam.
And they match you.
Okay, I was excited before, but now I'm like, stir that up.
I'm
faster.
telling you,
Come on.
that hot sauce vinaigrette. So the hot sauce vinaigrette comes from another staple that's in the Southern food Black community, fried catfish. When you have your hot sauce, mustard, catfish.
And the white bread?
Yes.
Gotta have the white bread.
Yes.
So come on and pour that in there for me.
Yes, it's tangy, but it's not too hot. That's the thing. It's more tang than anything.
That's right.
also
And then
beautiful. Look
it's
at the
going
colors.
to mellow out with all the beans and everything. And this is a sit-and salad, which means that it's gonna sit, and then you can make it the day before if you want. Put that bowl right here, and I'm gonna.
Put it in the bit
Yep.
there. There you go.
Here we go.
Wow.
Look at that. It's so beautiful. How gorgeous is this? It's not gonna wilt. And you can just make it and just eat on it. It's great with fried fish. I'm gonna eat that off the table.
Yeah. Okay, this is what you serve at the cookout, right?
Yes.
Oh,
beyond.
Carla,
Come on.
Carla. Yes. Okay, we gotta dive in
Serve
on
up a
this
little
one.
bit over here.
I can't get close enough over here. I'm so excited about this. I mean, I know I kind of want to go right in on this beautiful
Thank you.
guy right here. Carla, you always manage to do this too. You make something healthy that like you never even think about being healthy. This is just pure indulgent flavor.
So tangy.
Right? The crunch. Because I love a good pucker, right?
The sweet onion in there, juicy cucumber.
The textures.
And you're right.
altogether.
And the beans do mellow out the heat.
Yeah,
They're
and
creamy.
the beans. I think that's it. And so many people won't do black eyed peas cold. They're like, oh, I only need them. I need warm. Because like beans and salad isn't new, but the fact they're missing out. This and the dressing. Oh yeah, this.
You can add
this
any
is
bean.
how you do this.
You can add whatever vegetable you have. Think of it as kind of a pantry salad with whatever fresh vegetables you have.
Love that.
Yeah.
It
And chop them up
works.
small. It does make it
It
kind of
works.
fun to eat.
Yes.
What's your favorite part about working on the musical?
Oh my gosh. First of all, I get to see the play developing. I get to work with my friend Nolan. I get to hear the songs. We came to New York and we had all of like a review of all the songs being sung. Being there at the beginning of a play, watching it change and actually having the reference to the food. And then also when I see the play, I'm like, these references mean so much to me and I can relate to them. Like in my life, I'm like, oh my gosh, you're talking about my life, right?
It's like representation, but also it becomes this like living thing. Wow. Changing. Wow. That sounds very moving.
It is. And I'm sitting there crying, I'm laughing, I'm like, oh my God, ooh, you know, like all of the emotions, right?
I want the soundtrack of Carla's reactions to the musical.
And every time I see it, it's like it's new. I'm like, oh my God. And the talent, the cast is so incredibly talented and their voices, you know, I mean, I get goosebumps. Like,
We're gonna
just
see
thinking
you
about
up
it.
on stage?
Oh my God. I just found this out that Nolan said that I could make an appearance.
What?
A cameo.
Actress now.
Yeah, the reason I'm saying that now is so he doesn't go back on his word.
That's the way you do it.
Grab that camera.
It's out in the universe.
It's out in the universe. I said it on TV, Nolan.
There you go, manifest it. There's so, like, we need another hour with you. There's so many layers. You're phenomenal in every single way. We adore you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Mwah,
Love
mwah,
you.
mwah.
We're excited for everything you have coming up. And those biscuits, oh yeah, they're gonna be in my purse later. Thank you for that. When we come back, 3 contestants are going head to head to find out who has the tastiest and most creative idea for box cornbread mix. See, can they beat that biscuit?
Welcome to the Great American Dish Off, where we search for the best recipes in the country. Whose dish will win the Great American Dish Off?
And today, anything with boxed cornbread mix. First up, Dre and Tanza from New Jersey, restaurant owners with a Southern flair.
I'm Dre Perrin.
Hi, I'm Tanza Houston.
Together, we own Sweet Tea Southern Eatery
In Montclair, New Jersey. Our greatest passion in cooking is making our soul food healthier and authentic.
Can't wait for you to see what we did with cornbread mix.
Next is Jacqueline, a mom of 4 and recipe developer from Brooklyn.
Mom of 4, food blogger, recipe developer, and caterer. I love to call myself a mad scientist in the kitchen because give me an ingredient and you never know what I'm gonna come up with. I can't wait to show you guys what I made using the cornbread mix.
And finally, marketing professional by day and baker by night, Josh from Cincinnati.
Hey, my name is Josh. I'm a self-taught baker from Cincinnati, Ohio. I've been baking pretty much my whole life thanks to my mom, and started baking for myself a few years ago, started Instagram, and here we are. We made cornbread all the time growing up, and I can't wait for you to see my own spin on boxed cornbread mix.
They're here to contend for the coveted boxed cornbread cup. It's the Great American Dish-Off. Here are our finalists. First up, Dre and Tanza, who says judges will be transported to the South by their dish. Next is Jacqueline, who calls herself a mad scientist and knows her dish will win first place. Finally, home baker Josh will be serving up something sweet that can't be beat. Daphne and Gail will be judging their dishes today. All right, Dre, tell us what you've done with your boxed cornbread mix.
Well, growing up, I always loved Thanksgiving, and I always loved the stuffing with the Thanksgiving, and I love cornbread. So dressing becomes the stuffing once it goes in the turkey. So the dressing, I wanted to combine the two, cornbread and stuffing. So I came up with an idea to make a cornbread stuffing.
Ooh, okay.
Dressing,
Mouth
right.
is watering. All right, you talked about it. Can you reveal this, please? Show us what you got.
Voila.
Oh, it is Thanksgiving in the building. Okay, now you guys do Southern cooking, but you say it's a little bit healthier. What made you want to do that?
Well, Dre's family is originally from South Carolina, and he grew up eating soul food. Back then, they didn't use great ingredients. Ingredients actually were horrible, but that's what made it taste so damn good.
Yes.
So when we opened up Sweet Teas, we decided to really go after finding healthier, more authentic ingredients to bring in the spices and the flavors to still have great soul food.
All right. Looks outstanding. I think these two are couples goals over here. Gail, please weigh in on Dre and Tanza's cornbread dressing.
I will say the dish, while relatively familiar, has a lot of unexpected layers in it, and I thought that was really great. First of all, this wing, it's big, and I was like, how do I tackle it? But when I got in there, it had lots of flavor. I love the gravy. I love the sauce. And the cornbread, I think the best part about it is the sausage. Delicious, not just texture, but it really seasons it, takes it in a little bit of a different direction. Is it andouille?
Yes.
I mean, there's where the South comes in, the flavor comes in. I think it's really successful. And I do like that I'm getting some sort of browned, golden corners, you know, that keep it really crunchy and crispy. I would say you could sort of give a little more flavor to the wing, and maybe the sauce feels like, I know that sauce on Thanksgiving. Give me a little extra, because I know you got the flavor in the rest of the dish.
Got it.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Dre and Tanza. Beautiful job. Now, Jacqueline, please tell us what you made with your boxed cornbread.
So I made a cornbread cauliflower mac and cheese.
Ooh, mac and cheese. Please show us what you got. Wow. Now, what was the inspiration behind changing the game on mac and cheese with this?
So I love to take recipes and make them healthy and have fun with them. So I always make cauliflower mac and cheese. I said, cornbread cauliflower mac and cheese. It literally popped into my head, popped it in the oven, and my taste testers wiped it out. So I was like, got a winner right here.
Oh, wow. Cornbread and mac and cheese had a baby. All right, so Daphne, weigh in on Jacqueline's cornbread cauliflower mac and cheese.
Jacqueline, I gotta tell you, cauliflower has this natural sweetness to it that you really develop when you roast it, things of that nature. you managed to put the perfect crunchy, crumbly topping on top of the cauliflower to even elevate and accent that sweetness more. I love the texture that the cornbread brings. I love how golden brown it's getting in places, almost like you toasted it after cooking it, so you really develop that crunch. The cauliflower is perfectly cooked underneath. It's not mushy. I like that it's not too saucy. It really let the cornbread stay nice and crisp. Because the cornbread has so much sweetness, I am missing some contrasting flavor. Punchier salt, maybe some spice in here would be nice. Just something to give us something to accent that sugar a different way. But wow, what a cool idea. And I love a little healthier twist.
I love healthy twists.
So good.
Way to go, Jacqueline. All right, up next, our final contestant shows us how you can turn boxed cornbread into a delicious dessert. We're back with the Great American Dish-Off, anything with boxed cornbread. We just tried Dre and Tanza's cornbread dressing with turkey wings and Jacqueline's cornbread cauliflower mac and cheese. Now it's time for our baker to wow us. All right, Josh, we hadn't forgotten about you. What did you make with your boxed cornbread, Josh?
So I really wanted to ride the sweet and savory line. So I did a figgy cornbread with dried golden figs, brown butter, and then a whipped honey ricotta spread on top with some thyme.
Josh, I've never seen a cornbread cake done like this before. What was the inspiration behind this dish?
Well, normally I'm a home baker, grew up with a mom that baked all the time, all of our cakes for birthdays, wedding cakes, and became a baker myself in these past few years. And I normally ride sweet, but I kind of wanted to, keep that savory line in there. So, the brown butter, the golden figs, got the honey with the whipped ricotta, the thyme. There's a little cardamom in the spread. So, yeah, hope you like it.
I like the way you describe that. All right, Gail, please tell me that this cake has lived up to its description. What do you think?
Oh, it has. It has, Jamaica. It has, Josh. Josh, are these reconstituted dried figs? Or
so
are
they're
they
like
fresh?
sweet and dried.
Sweet and dried. I actually think that is the way to go here. The dried figs then plumped up in the moisture of baking gives them such a great texture and a chew that I don't think a fresh fig would have done. Let alone the kind of the herbaceousness of this dish, and of course that it's just beautiful. I love that it's not too sweet. I think that's the best part about it, because I could eat, an entire cake of it. I think it's great. If anything, I think the ricotta with that cardamom, the cardamom is overpowering that delicate thyme flavor a bit. And even though you might not have used a lot, when you're not cooking out cardamom, if you're just putting it in, it can come off a little raw, but it adds a really great other nuance to the dish. So all around, well done.
Gail and I were also doing something that I think all eaters enjoy, which is like playing the guessing game of what are you tasting right in this dish. There is, especially in the whipped ricotta part, there was almost a slight bitterness coming through from the thyme, which is a nice offset to how sweet the cake is. But the cardamom, we were like, what is that taste? What are we tasting? This cake is a thick piece of cake. It is a solid piece of cake, and I love how you harness cornbread in this way. I also like that the texture of the figs stayed intact the way that it did because they were reconstituted. But I do miss a little juiciness. I wonder if we could have used like a little fruit compote on top or something just to keep it really luscious and remind us this is dessert. Because right now, I would be very tempted to eat this for breakfast.
Which wouldn't be a bad idea.
Which wouldn't be a bad idea. Delicious.
I would do it.
All right, thank you so much, Josh. Beautiful job, everyone. All right, so it's time for the judges to confer and choose a winner of today's Great American Dish-Off. I'm not judging, but I got my fork ready.
We have reached a decision. The winner of the Golden Cornbread Mix Cup is Josh.
Josh, this is for you, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Jamaica's gonna hold on to your trophy for you.
I'm holding the trophy and this delectable dessert right here. Thank you. I'm the winner.
And thank you to all of our participants for your beautiful efforts with cornbread mix. I love it. So creative. Such a great, wonderful, diverse array of things to try. Beautiful, beautiful. Up next, we are and congratulations to Josh. Enjoy your beautiful trophy. Put it on the mantle. Up next, we are tackling one of the most controversial topics amongst friends and family. Is it okay to drop by someone's home at the last minute? We're dishing about that next. Congratulations, guys. Very well done. So nice to see you. Thank you so much. Welcome back to The Good Dish. I think we can all agree Carla Hall is one person we are always excited to have as a guest. But a question I want to pose to you both, is it ever okay to just drop by unannounced to someone's house last minute? Funnily enough, I'm going to ground our conversation by saying that Carla Hall did used to say that drop-ins was like a thing, that people would just stop by and you'd be on the porch and they'd just like come over and that was an acceptable practice of just, your house is always open. It's a drop-in environment. But the question is that appropriate? Does it stress people out? Do you do it? What's the move?
See, I feel like that drop in, that's Southern living, but that's like a grandma, and you're on the porch. Like today, I got babies. I got like I'm normally covered
You're not
in
sitting around.
No, and
out.
I'm usually covered in somebody's residue, like hairs all over.
Very polite
like,
way to put
I
it.
need a minute. Don't just pop up on me. Let me know. Give me at least 20 minutes of a text like, hey, I will be in your neighborhood. I'd like to stop by. Don't just ding dong, because I can't. It frazzles me way too much. So yeah, don't do that to me.
Okay, I'm into that. I feel that. I do like.
I need a beat.
I need a beat. I radically agree. I need a beat too. I do think that there's something very romantic about the idea that like you just be always ready. That like at the drop of a hat, you'd look put together, you'd have frozen cookie dough in the freezer, you just pop it in, and life is just seamless that way. The reality of our lives right now is not the way.
Not that
I'm
girl.
the least put together.
Yeah,
just drop by.
But I will say there is something very endearing about that too. It's just like, do you have the tolerance to actually have to interact with someone else besides yourself at that moment? But I do like a last minute plan. Like part of me actually really does like the idea that we don't have to plan this a month in advance. You happen to be in my neighborhood. I happen to be home. Let's make it work.
You're really that person that says, stop by anytime. Like you're really that
I
girl.
am really
it's
that
okay.
person. I probably regret it in the moment when it happens, but I am
I'm
that
impressed.
person. I like that. There's nothing like having someone in your house. Like I think that that's a really bonding moment. Then they're seeing you in your environment, and it's about us becoming okay with like not having everything look perfect all the time. But I'm with you. Like if my kids are having a meltdown and I look like crap and I'm covered in someone else's residue.
Yeah, I feel like I can't entertain you effectively if I'm all over the place.
That is the clincher. Is like, are you close enough to be able to be someone I don't have to entertain? If you can just exist with me.
For me, the question is not a universal question. It's not about anybody open to dropping by anytime. There is a short list in my life of people who can drop by anytime. But there is a very long list of people who I would love to see, but you got to give me a text about 20 minutes out, say, I happen to be in your neighborhood, is now a good time? I want you to send that text because in the times that it works, it's glorious.
Yes.
How great is it when a plan just comes together and you happen to be free at the moment? I have a girlfriend who lives literally in my building. One of my best friends moved in during the pandemic.
Oh,
and so she lives just on another floor. And we always text each other when we're going out to the grocery store, do you need a walk? Do you want to come by? Do you want to come over for coffee? I'm walking by. What can I get you? And we always text. 9 times out of 10, the answer is no, I'm in a thing, I'm on a call, I'm doing a thing, there's residue on me from a child. But in the 1 of 10 times that it works, I'm so glad that she said, I'm here outside your door and I've got a hot cup of coffee for you. And if you are gonna pop by unannounced, bring me something.
Oh, I love it.
Yes.
I love it.
I love that we are so totally different. Stop anytime. Hard no, and you got to make Gail's short list. I love it. I love it.
I have to say, I think small town living has done this to me though, because it's the first time I've had like a neighbor next door who's one of my best friends who we have children the same age, and it's like a commune. Like we just share a lot of the responsibilities.
Yeah.
So the free flowing of our households feels like it's what has accustomed me to this way of life. I think when I lived in New York City, I was not so, I was a little more like, give me a buzz, like.
But that's very special.
No, it's good. It's all good. Oh, good friends, having people in your life who you like enough to have them in your house and have that bonding, and that is the gift. That is the true gift of life.
There you go.
Okay, up next, it is time for the good list, plus the trick to make sure you get the most moist cornbread possible, even straight from the box. Don't go away.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. Today's Great American Dish-Off Cornbread Edition proved a delicious success. But as promised, I have a trick to making your cornbread extra moist. And it is sour cream. It won't leave any flavor, but it will give you all the richness you desire. So add it to your cornbread mix.
I love this. It definitely works. It's also good for cakes, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Good moves. All right, guys, it is time for the good list. See that QR code up on your screen? Go ahead and open your camera app and hold your phone up to the screen. It will take you right to all the recipes and more from today's show. And of course, you can always head to gooddishtv.com to get it all.
Oh, without a doubt, we will see you next time for more good food and good dish. And I'm going to keep on eating. Let's do this. Bye, y'all.